empowering to you. So I'm not gonna go out and do something boring to me and then force myself to do that 2 to 3 days a week because I need to exercise. I'm gonna find something that I'm inspired by, that I'm motivated by, that I feel empowered by, and that's what's going to drive me and enable me to continue to exercise and stick with that plan. Moving into physical therapy, so just highlighting, who here has had physical therapy before? Okay, so very familiar with what physical therapy is. Just quickly, we're movement experts. We help reduce pain, prevent injury, recover from injury, help with chronic conditions, and also improve mobility. Okay, the last thing as far as physical therapy that I want to talk about are mobility aids. So I just wanted to highlight some different mobility aids that we are involved with prescribing and recommending for our patients. So these, let me see if the video will play here. Okay, so with my fancy laser pointer, that's there. These are ankle and foot orthos. These are braces that help with things like foot drop. And so foot drop is a common symptom of MS where you don't have the strength or coordination in your foot to be able to clear it while you're walking. So these are just some examples of what we can recommend. This is something that's over the counter. It's just an ankle brace that attaches to your shoe and clears the toe as you're walking. This is a really nice brace here. I don't know if it'll play again. Oh, yes. What I like about this particular brace with the extern is that it's completely outside of the shoe. Nothing goes inside of the shoe, so nothing's showing. Well, the extern brace, I will describe it to you. It's a brace that completely goes outside of your ankle and shoe, so there's nothing uncomfortable about it. It's really dynamic, it supports your foot. It was actually created by a gentleman who had foot drop and then used it to run a marathon. So this is for very dynamic, high-level individuals. We have one in the room. Yes, ma'am. You have one on. And then these are some of the maybe more familiar AFOs right here. These are custom molded to you to provide a little bit more stability. I just want to highlight this. This is a metatarsal pad, and then some people use toe spreaders too because the toe curling with people with spasticity can be an issue, and it can be uncomfortable while you're walking on curled toes. And so using something like a metatarsal pad can help spread the toes while you're walking. Just something to know. These are different mobility aids as far as ambulation goes. So we've got the upright walker, and I think I saw an upright walker there in the corner. So I love those because it keeps your posture up and doesn't draw you down like normal walkers do. This is a U-step walker here. What is different about the U-step walker is that instead of bicycle brakes where you squeeze to engage the brake, this you squeeze to allow the walker to move. So when you let go of the brakes, it actually stops and gives you stability. So the U-step is something, a little bit of a different device. It also has a laser. So for people who take maybe shorter steps, it gives you a cue to take bigger steps and hit the laser with each time. So that's the U-step walker. And then I always like highlighting walking poles because people think that canes are the only option as far as balance, but I love walking poles because one, they don't draw you down to the floor, and they seem a little bit more, upright, and I think empowering visually is kind of how I perceive it. So there's the walking poles there. And then lastly, manual and powered wheelchair systems. So this is a custom wheelchair here. And then power wheelchairs that do different functions and mobility scooter. For those of you that are interested in getting a wheelchair, I would just advocate to see a physical therapist for that so that you can identify the best seating option for you. Oftentimes I see in the clinic someone gets prescribed a wheelchair that doesn't fit them, that doesn't meet all their needs. And so it is important, especially if you're looking into getting a wheelchair where you're going to go through insurance to pay for that, please seek a healthcare provider who's able to help you identify what the best needs are for you. And then to answer the question, do you need a mobility aid? Great question. That is going to be an answer that hopefully you can, or a question that hopefully you can answer with the team that you have around you with your healthcare providers, your physical therapist, your occupational therapist, because this is not a one-size-fits-all solution, right? Some people may need a mobility aid just for when they're walking long distance, like say they're taking a big trip to Costco. Now I'm gonna put on my brace. Now I'm gonna use my walker. But if I'm just gonna go in for a quick trip to Stater Brothers, maybe I don't need it, right? So these are the questions and answers that you talk with your healthcare providers in order to find the best device for you.